the 110th Aviation Brigade's Command Chief Warrant Officer change of responsibility ceremony. Today, Chief Warrant Officer 5 Robert Macy will relinquish the duties and responsibilities of the Warrior Brigade's Command Chief Warrant Officer to Chief Warrant Officer 5 Dennis Alcama. We would like to welcome our distinguished guests and community leaders, general officers, members of the senior executive service, officers, non-commissioned officers, soldiers, Army civilian professionals, family and friends of the Fort Rucker and Wild-Grass community. Our distinguished guests are Major General Claire A. Hill, Commanding General, Aviation Center of Excellence. Ms. Dala Cole, spouse of Brigadier General Ken Cole, Deputy Commanding General, Aviation Center of Excellence. Chief Warrant Officer 5 and Ms. Michael A. Casera, Chief Warrant Officer of the Aviation Branch. Ms. T. Coley, spouse of Command Sergeant Major Kirk R. Coley, Command Sergeant Major of the Aviation Branch. The Honorable Mark Blankenship, the Mayor of Ozark. Brigadier General Retired Stanley E. Drives. And finally, a blessing of the unicorns, the Chief Warrant Officer 5 is both active and retired. Thank you for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please have the invocation given by Chaplain Dane Reinhardt.
Let us pray. Eternal God, today we gather in gratitude and reverence as we mark this important change of responsibility. I thank you for the exceptional leadership, unwavering dedication, and quiet strength by Chief Warrant Officer 5 Rob Mason. Through years of service, wisdom earned through experience, and a steadfast commitment to the mission, Mr. Macy has held the highest ideals of his worthy profession. As the mantle of responsibility is passed, we recognize not just a change in position, but the continuation of a sacred trust, to lead with integrity, to serve with humility, and to guide with excellence. Lord, I ask your blessing upon both the outgoing and incoming leaders. May the one who departs this post carry the satisfaction of a job well done and the lasting respect of those they've led and mentored. Likewise, Lord, be with Mr. Alcama. Grant him strength, discernment, and courage to face each new challenge with honor and resolve. I also lift up the families who stand behind these great leaders, the quiet heroes who provide love, strength, and stability in the background. Bless this ceremony and bless those who are in uniform, near and far. May we remain ever faithful to the mission, to one another, and to you. In your name I pray. Amen.
Everyone, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the VIP seating area. On behalf of the soldiers and families of the 110th Aviation Brigade, Private First Class Hatton is presenting a bouquet of red roses to Chief Warrant Officer 5 Macy's spouse, Ms. Monica Macy. Red is the color of the heart and reflects the love and concern shown by the Macy family to our soldiers, civilians, and their families. The roses are in full bloom, symbolizing the beauty and fulfillment of their time with the 110th Aviation Brigade. A single red rose is being presented to Chief Warrant Officer 5 Macy's daughter, Alessandra Macy, and a small gift for her son, Tristan Macy, and a half dozen roses for his mother, Miss Carol Macy. Private First Class Grayback is presenting Chief Warrant Officer 5 Alcama's spouse, Miss Lisa Alcama, with a bouquet of yellow roses, welcoming her to the 110th Aviation Brigade. Yellow is the color of new beginning and reflects the Alcama family's new association with the soldiers, civilians, and families of the 110th Aviation Brigade. In time, the roses will blossom, as will her relationship with the brigade, its families, and Fort Rucker. A single yellow rose is also presented to his daughters, Lauren and Natalie Alcama. From time immemorial, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or to pay homage to their fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States, the foundation of our present ceremonies was laid by the Continental Army. Today's ceremony reflects the procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation. The centralized presence of our nation's colors in the middle of the formation represents the unified purpose of our Army and the willingness to offer supreme sacrifice in defense of our nation, and stands as a rallying point of strength and loyalty. Since the founding of our nation, units have carried their colors and our nation's flag side by side in peace and in conflict. The unit colors symbolize the trust placed in us by our nation and are symbolic of unit pride, tradition, and history. Unit colors also serve to mark the location of the organization's headquarters. Before each company is its guidon, like their parent unit colors, it's a rallying point for members of the unit and represent unit pride. The unit colors and troops before you consist of senior officer advisors assigned to 110th Aviation Brigade orders and the unit colors. They are, from your left to right, Headquarter and Headquarters Company Gladiators, led by Chief Warrant Officer 4, Christopher Webb. The 1st Battalion, 11th Aviation Regiment, Squared Away, led by Captain Michael Cole. The 110th Aviation Brigade Color Guard, led by the Saber Bearer, Chief Warrant Officer 4, Tommy Henderson. The 1st Battalion, 14th Aviation Regiment, Tomahawks, led by the Chief Warrant Officer 5, Stephen Bennett. The 1st Battalion, 212th Aviation Regiment, Wings, led by the Chief Warrant Officer 5, Teddy Nelson. The 1st Battalion, 223rd Aviation Regiment, Spartans, led by Chief Warrant Officer 5, John Breyer. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is 110th Aviation Brigade, Chief of Standardization, Chief Warrant Officer 5, James Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Lieutenant Colonel Jason Brubaker, Deputy Commander of the 110th Aviation Brigade. He is accompanied by the outgoing Command Chief Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Robert Macy, and the incoming Command Chief Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Dennis Alcala.
Bring your units to attention and present arms! Colors, present arms! Sir, the brigade is formed.
Chief Colors.
Colors! Bring your units to order arms! Colors! Order! Arms! Colors! Center! March! Attachment! Forward! March! Mark time, march! Detachment, halt! Sir, the colors present.
Take your post and accept the change of responsibility.
Brigade, present arms! Detachment, present arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
please give that sombrero a round of applause.
Order! Brigade! Order! Order!
The change of responsibility is a simple event that is rich with tradition, symbolism, and heritage. The key to the ceremony is the passing of the saber. The saber, sharp and ready for battle, is the Command Chief Warrant Officer symbol of precision and professionalism, representing their responsibilities to the commander and the organization. The Command Chief Warrant Officer is a technical and tactical expert, able to cut to the heart of any matter as a principal senior warrant officer advisor to the command. The passing of the saber symbolizes the transfer of responsibility from the outgoing Command Chief to the incoming Command Chief. The passing of the saber demonstrates to the soldiers of the unit that the mantle of leadership is passed, and with this, must also pass the loyalty of the soldiers to their new Command Chief Warrant Officer. The saber bearer will pass the sword to Chief Warrant Officer 5, Robert Mason, who will inspect and in turn pass the sword to the commander. The passing of the sword symbolizes the relinquishment of responsibility and authority from Chief Warrant Officer 5 Mason. The commander will then pass the sword to Chief Warrant Officer 5 Dennis Elkema, charging him with the responsibility and authority that comes with his position. Chief Warrant Officer 5 Elkema will inspect the sword and return it to the saber bearer. Charge orders for Chief Warrant Officer 5 Dennis Elkema. Let it be known from this day forward that the commander of the 110th Aviation Brigade has placed special trust, confidence in your patriotism, dedication, integrity, and leadership abilities. Therefore, you are hereby appointed as the Command Chief Warrant Officer of the 110th Aviation Brigade.
Brigade! Pump raid! Rest! Detachment! Pump raid! Rest!
Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Commander of the 110th Aviation Brigade, Lieutenant Colonel Jason Brubaker.
Major General Gill, Senior Flight Corsairo, distinguished guests, community leaders, friends and family of the Warrior Brigade, thank you for coming out today to be a part of this special occasion as we change responsibility between two great Chief Warrant Officers. Today we say goodbye to CW5 Rob Macy and welcome CW5 Dennis. I'd like to give a special thanks to Rob's family who traveled from Missouri today. Thank you for attending. First and foremost, soldiers of the Warrior Brigade, which are mostly warrant officers. You look great today. Thank you for the dedication and discipline you've shown today to make this a great ceremony. Brigade, go to rest. Unseat colors. Bear with me as I attempt to put some of Colonel Hill's words and thoughts into this speech, as he could not be here for this in person. However, we can all recognize that Colonel Hill would have been much better suited to pass the saber. Rob at 6'2", Dennis at 6'3", and me standing tall at 5'6". For every sergeant major in attendance, we know Colonel Hill would have been a better fit in that way. Then, as I thought about this, both of these outstanding warrant officers clearly showed true command presence in their appearance and everything they do. Rob Macy, we're absolutely motivated, disciplined, physically fit, which I think follows some kind of motto, and a true standard bearer. And best of all, you truly care about those you serve alongside you. A good piece of advice I've heard is to surround yourself with people smarter than you. This is certainly the case with Rob. The Army, USACE, and HRC got it right when they sent Rob here to the brigade. Rob's a total package, and the brigade is better off for his service in this great unit. Rob is the quintessential warrant officer, and he has never forgotten that he is a soldier first. With over 24 years of service, I've learned that this is often the attribute which separates good warrant officers from great warrant officers. Little history, Rob started out in the infantry during his first few years in the Army and lived the stereotypical grunt life. And after all these years, Rob has never forgotten what it is like to be cold, wet, hungry, young infantry. Rob still relies on these experiences from those years to shape everything he does as a senior warrant officer. One of our tenets that we live by as Army aviators is to uphold a sacred trust with the ground force we support. Rob upholds a sacred trust in everything he does, whether that is advising officers on their careers, putting the rigor into flight training, conducting final checks on CMP development and flight school, ATIC, NTPC, you name it, or interacting with our allies and partners on the flight training programs. Rob, Colonel Hill wanted to thank you for being the bad cop and letting him be the good cop. When the job called for. Thank you for setting the example of what our Army's W2s, W3s, and CW4s should strive to be. And thank you for setting one of the best command climates anyone has had the privilege to be a part of. But I'd be remiss if I didn't mention your better half, Monica. Monica, thank you for everything you've done for Rob and the brigade. You are the life of the party anytime you walk into a room, whether it's getting the crowd on the dance floor in an aviation ball, welcoming new wives to Fort Rucker, or teaching our kids what the capitals of countries are in Europe before you get to a popsicle. Your smile is infectious, and everyone loves it when you are around. Thank you for making our lives in Fort Rucker a better place. As we say goodbye to Rob and Monica, we welcome Dennis and Lisa up and running. Dennis and Lisa are coming to us from Vicenza, Italy, and in fact, Rob and Dennis are swapping jobs. For us aviators in the room, literally hot swapping. Dennis got here Friday, and Rob leaves Saturday for Vicenza. Dennis' reputation is fantastic, and I'm excited to work with you in the coming year. There might be a problem. I'm told that you're also a good cop personality, so you and Colonel Hill are going to have to figure out until you like I'll close with a thank you again for everyone coming out today to celebrate this transition in the brigade. Warriors, above the best, fly on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing 110th Aviation Brigade Command Chief Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Robert Macy.
Move that up a little bit, sorry. Good morning. Wow. How about that national anthem? Every time, it's an honor to stand before you today, albeit for the last time in this capacity, as we mark the change of responsibility for the 110th Aviation Brigade Command Chief Warrant Officer. First, I'd like to say thank you, Major General Gill, Mike Corsaro, General Tyree Bedritis, and Mike Lewis for being here today and attending this ceremony. To the warrant officers and soldiers on the field, you look great. Formations are light this morning as our warrant officers are conducting training, doing our primary mission in the 110th Aviation Brigade. We don't stop training here for anything. When they asked me how many people I wanted on the field, I said the smallest number possible. They need to train pilots. Let me start by saying, Monica, after supporting me in my career for 28 years, I'm finally taking you home. Thank you for always being there for me, taking care of everything on this journey, and allowing me to be successful. Couldn't have done it without you. To David, Matthew, Alessandra, and Tristan, it's been an honor to be your dad and watch you all grow into the people you've become. Thank you for your unwavering support, and I'm proud of all of you. Mom and Dad, thanks for always being there and setting the foundation for who I am today. You always believed in me and supported me in every decision I've made. Trevor and Green, thank you for both making the trip here today. It means a lot that you and your families are here for this event. Colonel Hill, unfortunately can't make it today. He's where he needs to be with his family in Birmingham, as his daughter just underwent surgery. Please keep his family in your prayers. But let me say, thank you for your trust and your leadership. It's been a privilege to serve alongside you. Our instructors finally feel their voices are being heard. When they recommend a student for elimination, it isn't that they want to kick people out of flight school. but most of them have been doing this long enough to know when somebody isn't right for aviation, especially Army aviation. You've been a phenomenal leader for this formation, and I have no doubt that you will continue to uphold the standard and esprit de corps. Command Sergeant Major Julio Santos, who also is not here today, your partnership and dedication over the last 3 years to our soldiers was truly inspiring. Although this brigade has way less enlisted members than your standard aviation brigade, you consistently strive to make each and every one better, and it was great to see. You will be a great 160th Command Sergeant Major. Command Sergeant Major Mullins, while our time has been brief, I wish you continued success as the 110th Command Sergeant Major. To the soldiers, NCOs, officers, Army civilian professionals, and contractors that serve in the 110th Aviation Brigade, you are the finest our nation has to offer. Your hard work, resilience, and dedication to the mission is truly remarkable. From the flight lines to the classrooms, every single one of you play a vital role in our success. Thank you for your tireless efforts and for your sacrifice. To my friends, mentors, aviation teammates in the audience and abroad, thank you for your unwavering support. Being a soldier is a family affair, and your understanding and encouragement have made all the difference. To the warrant officers, you are the lifeblood of Army aviation. Your technical expertise, unwavering commitment, and quiet professionalism are what make this brigade and the DR Army so effective. It's been the absolute highlight of my career to represent you, to advocate for you, and to learn from each and every one of you. Keep pushing the boundaries, keep mentoring, and never stop trying to master your craft. The 110th Aviation Brigade is more ready, more capable, more effective because of the collective efforts of every one of you. This brigade does the unimaginable every day. We operate at a scope and scale that no other aviation school can even dream of. We always uphold the standards and continue to generate the best and brightest aviators. As I look back on my time here, I'm filled with immense pride of what we've accomplished together. We've tackled challenges, celebrated successes, and continuously strive for excellence. CB5 Dennis Elkema, I wish you all the best moving forward. I know you will lead with distinction and continue to elevate not only the warrant officers, but all the members of the 110th Aviation Brigade to new heights. Serving as your Command Chief Warrant Officer has been the highest honor of my professional life. As I move back to Vicenza to end my career in the location where I started as a young private, I will carry the lessons learned and the friendships forged here always. In closing, I'd like to again thank everyone for the 110th Aviation Brigade and you, Stace, for all you've done for the Army and for me. It's been an incredible ride. Warriors, Fly Army, I love the best. Tower, Rock 08, frequency change, negative EGR.
Ladies and gentlemen, please Command Chief Warrant Officer, 110th Aviation Brigade, Chief Warrant Officer 5, Dennis Elkema.
Good morning, Major General Gill, Mr. Miller, Brigadier General Cole, CB5 Persero, Command Sergeant Major Coley, distinguished leaders, soldiers, civilians, families, and guests of the 110th Aviation Brigade. It is with profound gratitude and honor that I stand before you as your new Chief Command Warrant Officer. I want to begin by thanking my wife Lisa and daughters Lauren and Maggie for their unwavering support. Just this month, we've had a high school graduation in a foreign country with PCS around the world, and this morning is, today is my youngest daughter Maggie's 15th birthday. I asked her, how do you want to celebrate your birthday today, dear? She said, I'd love to get up early and hear a bunch of old guys talk about that. Happy birthday. Without your encouragement and backing, I never would have had the ability to continue in this career as I've been blessed to do. Next, the CA5 Rob Macy and his wife Monica for their outstanding leadership and unwavering commitment to this brigade. Their legacy is a testament to excellence, and I am privileged to carry it forward. To Colonel Hill, Command Sergeant Major Mullins, thank you for your trust in me. And finally, to the soldiers, civilians, and families of the 110th Aviation Brigade, your dedication to our mission and to each other is the heartbeat of this brigade. Thank you for welcoming me into this extraordinary team. As we look ahead, my priority is to foster an inclusive environment where every member feels valued, respected, and empowered. Each of you, whether trainer, maintainer, or logistician, brings unique talents and perspectives that drive our success. I am committed to ensuring that every voice is heard, every contribution matters, and every individual has a chance to excel. Together, we will build a culture where our differences unite us, creating a stronger, more cohesive brigade. As the cradle of Army aviation, Fort Novosel holds the sacred responsibility of shaping the next generation of Army aviators. To our flight school students, you are the future of our force. Setting a strong foundation for you is my sole commitment. Through rigorous training, disciplined mentorship, and leading by example, we will instill in you the technical expertise, resilience, and integrity required to excel. Our instructors and leaders will not only teach you how to fly, but how to embody the Army values. This commitment extends beyond initial training to our advanced courses, where we will further uphold your expertise and leadership. By our example, through professionalism, accountability, and respect, we will show you what it means to be an Army aviator, preparing you to excel at every stage of your career as you contribute to the readiness and lethality of our Army. Your success begins here, and we will ensure you are trained to meet your mission. Thank you for this opportunity to serve. I'm ready to learn, lead, and grow alongside you as we uphold the proud legacy of the 110th Aviation Brigade. Warriors, fly Army, above the best. Warriors 087 on the net.
Brigade, attention! Detach! Attention! Seat! Color! Detachment! Post! March!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in singing Above the Best and the Army Song.
Sir, this concludes the ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony.
Rest.
Please take a moment to wish Chief Warrant Officer 5 Army Mason and his family a fond farewell. There is a reception, which is